Taking a look at the Vsmart EZCast wireless dongle. It's sort of similar to Chromecast device. I've already got the app installed on my tablet, and you have a little bit of a weird angle. I'm sorry about that. It's about the best I could do as far as getting the camera to view the TV properly. So anyway, when I first started this thing up, it automatically wanted to update, so that's good to see that they are supporting the product, with updates and whatnot. So I'm happy about that. As far as functionality, I've found it. That's the app starting up, sorry. I found it to be okay. It's a little clumsy as far as the setup for me to go through and get some of the casting and stuff to work exactly the way I wanted it to. But overall, some of the functionality is definitely there. The radio, which you can just see on the screen now, it's the same thing I'm seeing on the tablet here. So we put the tablet here. I think you can see it's a little hard to get the camera angle. That's basically mimicked on the screen in front of us. And we just hit top. I'm only a few feet away from the actual TV where the device is connected, and I'm only probably about 6 feet away from the wireless router. So anything you see as far as lag is concerned, it's certainly not a communication issue going on, or shouldn't be a communication issue going on as far as distance or walls, things of that nature. And I have 60 meg internet service, so I have very fast internet speed, so there should be no lag as far as that's concerned. Any kind of pixelation, which I've noticed in some videos with fast moving display going on through YouTube, for example, anything like that, it's going to be a failure of the device to be able to handle the content being used at that time. So that said, overall, some functionality of this works great. There's just a random music channel chosen. What you can see on there, this is the tablet menu screen here. And that's what you see during playback on the actual screen of the TV, as you can see. So we can stop that for sure. Some of the things like the YouTube video, the casting didn't work so well. The apps actually work fairly well, and this is the app screen on the program. Oop. So you can see there's a variety of things to choose from. If you have photos, documents, pictures on your tablet, music, you can play all this back, and this works fairly well actually. As you just saw, I just used the radio as an example because it's one of the easiest, quickest to access. As far as the actual mirroring options, those take a little bit of getting used to. I find it easier to follow the screen instructions. There are instructions that come with this, pictures and text based, and some of it's not so bad. But the instructions on the screen, both on the TV and on the actual Android tablet, in my case, as you can see here, are easier to follow than just looking at the instructions. And it may take you a little bit of time to get it all figured out, but if you play with it a little bit, I think you'll figure out exactly what you need to do. Here you have a countdown with the time to connect. So See, it takes a little bit of fooling around to get it to work properly. But let's see if I can get it to work properly. Alright. So I went into my display properties and I chose my Vsmart, or Vsmart rather, as a device name that it's using, and I hit the connect button on the top in the video on the TV. I think you may be able to see it's connecting. Kind of waiting for that to finalize. Oh, and now we are connected. And of course that is the menu screen that is on my tablet right now. So let me back out of that, and get back. Alright. So that is my tablet homepage, home screen, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're looking at. So we are looking at the duplicated screen. Now, one of the things I like to do with the tablet, and what I think a lot of people probably like to do, is instead of watching the YouTube videos on a small tablet screen, they'd like to see the screencast onto the TV. Well, that worked out fine, except for the fact that, as I mentioned before, there's some pixelation at times when dealing with faster paced videos, and I think I like using Top Gear just because, one, it's interesting. Sorry, let me turn that down. It's interesting, but it's also a very good example of high-speed motion. And I don't know if this video specifically will show you. Well, yeah, you can see a little bit of the pixelation popping up there now. So that's one of the only real major issues I've had. Getting it configured is a little bit troublesome if you don't pay attention to the instructions very well, or you try to just skip anything. Now you're seeing some pretty massive pixelation. The tablet, however, doesn't have that. Let me see if I can get that in the shot. So you can kind of see what I'm seeing on the tablet is clear, but what's being shown in the video is pixelated pretty bad. So we got a lot of artifact, a lot of stuttering. As I said, my internet speed is definitely not an issue, and as you can see on the tablet, everything is very smooth. Playback is seamless. So the device works well in some capacities, but anything you're going to do that deals with high speed, motion and stuff, video and things, is not going to do very well, as you're seeing. Sometimes it just seems to be dealing with the video quality and whatnot. So depending on what you want to make happen with this, it may or may not be the best option. So if you want, choose accordingly, looking at the other options available for devices similar to this. In this particular instance, you know, you can see that some of the slower paced video works just fine. So it's not going to be perfect for everything, but it does work quite well on a lot of things. Let me go ahead and pause this. So if you go into the EZCast app, turn the mirroring off, and you go back to the EZCast menu directly, which I am connecting to right now. Just waiting for it to connect. If you're using these items in the list, you'll get a lot better results. I think with doing some of the photos and videos, according to some of the other reviewers, you'll also get some of the pixelation. So you've got to, take that into account. Got some pictures from a trip can see my buddy standing in front of my car. Fortunately, I don't have any new shots of the car with the new modifications to share with you guys. But yeah, we've just got a lot of different pictures from a trip from back in 2014. And as you can see, kind of give you the idea of what you can see on the screen as opposed to the tablet. The pictures aren't bad. Everything works really well. I don't know if it would be any problem with doing a slideshow because I have no need for that myself. But as you can see in just viewing the pictures, things are fine. I just noticed this is an old picture with damage to the front where a rock hit. That and a lot of other modifications have been done now, so that's gone. So let's just, oh, there's a picture of the vet. That's pretty much all I have on here. I don't have a lot of photos on this tablet right now. So anyway, or on Facebook, to share with you guys right now. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an idea of how this item works. Overall, it's not perfect, but it does do what it's supposed to do, and it does it decently. Really have to decide if it's what you want. There are some other options out there that may suit your needs better. So check out the other reviews, watch this video, read the text-based review, and keep in mind you're paying 25 bucks. So I mean, it's not the most expensive item out there. You may or may not like it, but it is what it is, and it does work to some degree. I would not try to use it for any kind of presentation scenarios because the likelihood of the pixelation and all is certainly there. So for fun, it's fine. For work or something of more importance, you have to decide for yourself if this is for you. Okay? Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review.